Hey, how you doing? This is Mike on the south side of Chicago with Chicago Less Lethal. Back with another video. And today we're going to show you the difference between the Gen 2 p2p hdp50 and the old Gen 1 hdp50.
Wow.
And without further ado, let's get the video started. All right, everybody. This is the moment I've been waiting for, and I finally ripped this new p2p50 apart, and there are a few differences, a few surprises, and a few bummers. Yeah.
Aww.
So let's get started with the outside of the marker. The old version here has one extra pin where the new one does not. So taking this one apart was, I guess, a little easier because there's one less pin to punch through. You do have to pay attention the way that the pins come out because they are still knurled. The new version also has these two Phillips screws, I suppose, that they hold this little piece on. I don't know why. I didn't take it apart, so I didn't think that was a big deal. They both come off the same, where you push it out like this way, and then the spring comes out. And here's the old spring, and here's the new spring. The new spring is longer. Or excuse me, the old spring. Or did I mix them up? Crap. I'll let you know. I'm going to take another one apart just to make sure. I think this is the new one. I think the new one is a wee bit longer. And you can see that. Okay. So I'm going to leave this one over here. I'm pretty sure I mixed them up on an accident. But anyways, I think the new one's longer. I will double confirm that when I rip apart another marker. Next, the casing is the same amount of screws. I believe there are 7. And it's still a pain in the butt to pry apart. So you do need 3 flat-headed screwdrivers. I used a real skinny one like this. Okay. And then I used 2, I guess you would call these medium. And you pry it apart slowly. And then what I always do on these is I stick a punch right here and I hold that down as I'm prying this part up. And it came apart pretty much the same amount of effort. So that's pretty much the same. The inside's the same. The trigger looks the same. This little mechanism looks the same. Okay. 50E2. What does it say here? 50E2. All right. This mechanism is all the same. That spring is the same. Okay, that's all the same. Let's see. This part here, where the bolt goes, that's pretty much... Oh! That's pretty much the same. Okay. Bad news. The detent... Well, let's get to the barrel first. Let's move this guy over here. The barrel is new. It is black. This is an old one. Hold on, let me get it all looking prim and proper. So the barrels are the exact same length. So if you're wondering if the old hdp50 tuners will work, I'm going to say yes, because they're the exact same. Everything is the exact same. As a matter of fact, Unfortunately, the detent is the exact same. And you'll say, Mike, oh, this looks a little darker. Yeah, big whip. Let me show you something. This is their old detent, okay? Squishy. And if you run metal balls through here, I think I have, do I have that one still floating around here? Where is it? Hold on, guys. Is it down here? No. Anyway, I got a video on it. You shouldn't be plinking metal balls with this OG detent. You got to get the Greg detent. That's the best one. All right. This thing is junk. Well, I suppose, let me strike that. You can use this if you're just using like little, 2-gram ball or 3-gram ball or whatever. If you start using them 8-gram balls when you're pumping it with HPA, that thing's garbage. And I'm going to show you that already because I've ran about 16 rounds through this thing already, metal ones, and you can see what's happening already. Right there. Let me see if it'll zoom in. You can see it's starting to get nicked up right there. See it? See if I can get this thing to zoom in a little bit better. Right there, you can see it. It's starting to get nicked already, right there and there. So that's only from 16 rounds. And this is the same cheesy type of, detent. There you go. You could see that. Hold on. See that? It's getting chewed already. So detent is not upgraded. There's a post on the forums that this is upgraded. That is not true. This is the same. So the bolt and the pin is probably going to be the same. And let me show you something real quick. Let me go reach over here. I have some pre-done bolts already, or firing pins with the pin kit in it. And this is for an hdp50. Oh, guess what? They're the exact same. All right, there you go. The exact same. So they're using an HDR68 bolt. Okay. And that's obviously the home defense upgraded. Now that's an old one because you could see it's got the flathead in there. So yeah, that is probably a little bit smaller. We'll get into that later. That's on one of my other videos. A lot of the home defense 24 pins, the old ones were shorter than the newer ones. So this one I have not taken out yet. I'm going to take it out and I will leave you an edit in this video. Let me pause 3 seconds. Okay. I'll let you know if that's, what size pin this is. So that's that. The spring is a little bit different color. Here's the old one. Here's the new one. The new one is a little bit longer. Okay, so we got the bolt spring is longer. So that goes over there. And it's probably in my eyes, just from doing that little squeezy test. It's about the same. About the same. Next, we'll go the valve. Obviously, this is the crimp. Now, I'm hoping that there's a little mark on here, so I hope that this is like their new triple strength. So you can see it's got that crimp. Hopefully, it is Loctited and threaded as well. It does come with the disc in there, so who knows. The old one, obviously, old schools is the best, in my opinion. I've got a bunch of these. This is the old Gen 1. And a lot of people say this is the Gen 2. This is Gen 1. I go by the valves. So this is actually like a Gen 2. The Gen 1. It might be a Gen 1, but it's a Gen 1 or 2. This is already threaded, and there were very little to no problems whatsoever with these old valves. And this is the 7 joule version. And if you look really close in there, I've already upgraded the O-ring to the 90 Duro. This one does not come with that, to my knowledge. It's just the white clear one. Okay. Good news. They are interchangeable. Let me show you. That will go. This is the new case. It'll go right here. It goes on perfectly. You can see that. It goes on perfectly. Okay. And the old one, or excuse me, the new one will interchange with that. Get that on it. There you go. Okay, so that they are interchangeable. All right, now let's see the height. Now, the new ones, I do believe, are a wee bit taller. And I don't think that would matter too much if you're using the screw-on cap, because you're going to have to screw it on a little bit more to get it up in there. So let me see how we could do this. Maybe this way. Maybe like that. Hold on. All right. You could see the one on the left with the crimp is a wee bit taller. Okay? Wee bit taller. So, with it being taller, with the HDR 68 bolt, and I'm pretty sure the old HDP 50 bolts are the same. Okay, so we got all that. This is the same. That little bumper, that nylon bumper, that's the same. And here is something new. The strike cap, it strikes, and it also works as a degasser. So you just twist this, and it'll degas the rest of the air. Now, here's one of the major differences. Oh, look at that guy down there. That looks a little different, doesn't it? It looks so different that that thing is huge, guys. That spike down there to spike the canister. Wait till you see this. Look at that hole right there left in one of my gamos. That's huge. That is a puncture. Let me show you an old one from one of my older markers. Look at the difference. Look at that little pinhole there. Here, I'll put these side by side. Look at the difference. So that pin in there, what I'm going to probably do is I'm going to get that guy out of there and stick that in an older model. I'm sure it's the same, and you're going to get a bigger amount of CO2 obviously coming out of there. And guys, that might be a game changer with the old markers, is changing this. So that's going to be, I think, a game changer, getting that guy out of there. I know Florian at HD24 sells one. I forget if it makes the hole smaller or bigger, but this one definitely makes it bigger. Big time. So, look at that. That's insane. Here's another one. That one's just as big right there. That's great. So those are, in a nutshell, the differences and the similarities. If you're upgrading, I highly recommend dumping the O-ring out and definitely dumping this thing out, because a lot of guys, I know, plink with that big metal ball. This is just the same quality as this. It's just a little bit darker. That's all they did. This barrel, look at that. These things are identical. Okay? They're identical. Inside diameter is, identical. Everything about it. So my homework to you is to make sure the spring is the same. Actually, you know what? I've got a marker over there. I wonder if I could go get that really quick. Hold on, guys. I'm going to you guys look at this is cutting edge technology, folks. I don't even know if it's going to stand up. Here, hold on, let me put this right there. There we go. Look at the Chicago Less Lethal sticker for a moment. Hold on. I got another HDP here. And I think I have it where I think all the pins are out of it. Yep. Cool. I'm going to let you know right now on the spring. Here it is. All right, sorry guys. Here is the spring. So let's see if the older one or the newer one's longer. All right, it is the... Oh, look at that. That one just came out of another HDP, and it is a wee bit longer. So, let's go over here. Okay, so yeah, that would make sense. That's the shorter one. That's the newer one. These two are the same. So, yes. So the old spring is longer than the new spring because those two, this one just came out of an HDP, older one. Let me see here. Yep, it's just a wee bit longer, okay? And here, I'll show you real quick. There it is right there. That one's already done, ready to go, for sale. But anyways, there you go. I answered my own question in the video. The old spring is longer. So all in all, guys, that's the video. I will rip that pin out and show. I'm pretty sure that's going to be the same as you can reuse the old ones. I'm pretty sure. So that's the lowdown. Thank you for watching the differences between the new Gen 2 and the old Gen 1 hdp50. I'm also going to be reinforcing that tube because I still, say what you want, I don't trust anybody. So I'm going to score this and put the JB weld around there because this part hangs down from the casing anyways, just to secure it. And I'm pulling that guy out, and then this will be HPA. The next video you see with this marker, it's going to be all put back together, upgraded O-ring, upgraded pin, upgraded barrel kit, and we're going to run some HPA tests and compare some of my old videos. I'll dig out some of my old videos on the HDP. We'll put the same barrel lengths on and we'll test it and see what happens. But until then, I know it's been a lot, guys, but there's a lot to talk about. Luke 22:36, and he that hath no sword, let him sell his garment and buy one. Maybe even buy one like that or like that. Thanks for watching, guys. God bless you. And we'll see you on the next video. And I forgot to tell you too, I was already doing some experimenting with this one. As you could see, I shaved this down, and this down, so it comes up further, and so that this pin does, the older pin pokes a bigger hole. I forgot to tell you that. That's what I did on this one, and you could see that's why I got it marked. Where's the marks? Right there. And then I marked it right there as well. So that's the video. We'll see you on the next one. God bless you. Stay safe.